amigos, and welcome to another Bring a Blanket Live Writing and Productivity Sprint. It is actually a Bring a Blanket sprint today because it is really, really chilly here. If you haven't been to my channel before, my name is Emma Bennet. I write contemporary romance, children's picture books, and apparently non-fiction for writers now. And this is my channel. Today, I have one of my favorite co-hosts. He is so awesome. It is R.C. Scott. He is the dark to my light. Hello, R.C. How are you?
I'm all right, Emma. How are you today?
Well, apart from being cold, I'm good. I am healed. I wasn't feeling well yesterday, but I feel so much better today.
My dark ritual worked then.
It did. Thank you for joining me here because it's still morning for you on your day off. So it's a little bit much that you're expected to join me for a couple of hours, but it is, it is appreciated.
No worries. I work for a shift anyway, so I've been up for a few hours already. It's basically almost afternoon for me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But anything for my Emma.
Oh,
for the light to my dock.
I am indeed. And RC has got a new novella coming out on the 31st of October. It is called The Cyst and sounds completely disgusting. Do you want to tell everybody anything else about that other than that it's disgusting?
Well, first, yes, it is really disgusting. Second, okay, I really need to get better at breaking down my stories. I'm working at that. It's about a woman who gets bitten in the face by a mysterious spider while on the vacation in the rainforest, and it gets written off by a cyst when she gets back home by the doctor. It grows in size, her messing with her personality, changing her diet, then eventually her. This is basically like a salute to all like the body horror genre and like all the greats out there, the David Cronenbergs, the Junji Itos. And yeah, I want to make it as disgusting, as offensive and weird as possible, just like those people that came before me. And also, it's a vegan person. I'm trolling vegans and my friends with arachnophobia. So a lot of birds with one stone.
Nice. Good work. Good work. And it is available to pre-order now, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I better drop a link while I'm at it.
Drop the link and then you can pre-order it and then it'll be ready on Halloween on your Kindle for you to enjoy during, on spooky night. I think that could be a good idea. Let's see who is here in the chat. Ginny is here. Good morning. I'm totally not here because RC peer pressured me into coming by sending me a link. I actually need to get some work done. We are not against peer pressure here. Peer pressure gets things done.
Yeah, no pressure, Jenny.
I'm not sure I believe you, but it's fine. And Panda is here. Spanking, apparently.
Hey!
Golly. A little bit early in the day for that, isn't it? Delayed video because ads. Sorry. I didn't say he was my favorite. I was very careful not to say favorite. I believe if you check back, I said one of my favorites. Yeah? So as not to offend anybody. I was very clever. And Laura Gomez, the other Laura, is here. Hello. And Juanita. Hello, Juanita. Everybody's being so friendly and saying hey to each other. Oh, you got one of those fancy links that takes you to like wherever you buy your books from.
Yes. On my first release, No Strings Attached, I realized that some people I know don't live in the U.S. and they can't get Kindle. One being a friend from Australia, and like I looked around and found a universal link. So get it anywhere. That was good to figure that out right away because some people didn't consider it.
It's a good idea. It's very fancy. I like it.
Thank you.
Andy, behave. Never too early for a spanking for some. I like the question.
Never ever.
Like, I don't know. Like it's nothing to do with me. And the like button is not the as the price advert. Do not spank it. That wasn't a spank. That was like a tap on the bottom. There wasn't any spanking going on. I gently booped it today. Well done, other Laura, because sometimes you can be a little violent with it, Massage it. Yeah, the other Laura has the most violence against the like button. It's true, but yeah, she's obviously feeling calm today. non-violent. We like that. We've had some excitement today. Excitement here. We were out and my youngest wanted to pick some rose hips because he's very into, like, I was going to say nature stuff. It's not so much nature stuff as free stuff. Like if he thinks he can get something for free, that's what he really likes. So he picked all these rose hips and brought them back home and was going to make rose hip tea. So he made some and like took it up to my husband, who had a sip, and my husband was like, oh, it doesn't really taste very much. Why don't you stick it back on the stove and add some more rose hips? So Henry brings it down and he's cutting up more rose hips and discovers a load of earwigs in them. And he hadn't noticed that in the ones he'd used before, there were loads of tiny baby earwigs that had actually got boiled up into the tea. Yeah. So it was pretty disgusting. There were a lot of earwigs around our kitchen.
Ew.
Yeah, it was not good. It was not good. It was very funny as the person who hadn't taken a sip of it, you know, but do you know what's good at writing synopses? Do they know how to spell synopses? ChatGPT, that was me. It's like, no, it's not. It's rubbish. The person who's good at writing a synopsis is the author because they know their book best.
Well, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of things that I do that people can do better, but I still do them anyway.
That's fair enough. Vegans really are the worst. Baby earwig tea, yeah.
Protein.
Extra protein. Yum. You need ChatGPT 4 for a decent synopsis. I didn't even know there were numbers for it.
I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah, see, when each agrees with me, protein.
Well, I'm sure in some countries it's probably a delicacy. Like you have to go to some like palace to get earwig tea. People live in like impoverished communities, dreaming their whole lives of once having a cup of earwig tea. Oh, check our privilege.
It's probably absolutely delicious. Did you know that there are flying earwigs?
Yes, I know it. That's scary. I'm glad there's none around here because I've been pinched by those before. They suck.
I did not know that. And then Angie told me and I Googled it, and I'm really, really sorry that I did Google it because they're kind of gross.
I'd also take that over spiders that can fly and swim.
Spiders. Well, I kind of knew about flying spiders kind of in the back of my mind.
I don't think there's one that can do both at the same time, but there's one or the other, I believe. I'm sure evolution is going to get that one day where they can have a spider that can live in the water, in the sea, I mean, in the air and in land, and just adapts all three, and that's going to be scary. But not a problem.
Swimming spiders, like what stroke do they use? Like that's a lot of legs to coordinate.
Probably move fast with all those legs.
Like on top of the water or under the water?
Well, you got to think.
This is what I'm going to be doing during the first sprint.
They've had those legs their entire lives. They know how to coordinate them and get a good rhythm going. And it's probably a lot like wings, or like the bones of wings, if you think about it.
I guess, but I've had my legs all my life and I'm not often all that coordinated. So I feel that there may be spiders like me who are like, oh yeah, we can swim and just drown.
I'm pretty sure that if you were thrown in their kind of survival atmosphere, you'd get a little more coordinated.
You think?
Without a blanket over you and your hot cup of joe.
You think the blanket
stuck on the, out in the woods, like I better build a web and catch something or I'm gonna die.
I'll be there like, but I'm cold.
Bugger. Bloody rain.
Andy said, I'm okay with earwigs, not great, but there are flying cockroaches which really freak me out. I would not be happy with that. Daddy long legs are kind of that. No, crane flies. Daddy long legs are different things. Daddy long legs do not have wings. Crane flies are the ones with like the spindly long legs that have the wings, and they're really creepy because they kind of hover around. Do not like that. The other Laura says they would wear 8 little armbands. Of course they would. Of course they would. Would it hurt our environment if all insects just disappeared? What are they good for? Maybe bees are good. They're all super important. We need bugs.
Yeah, I mean, it's all subjective. What are we to insects other than crushy giants? I mean, you think all these big animals, so much spiders, whatever, bears, like, I think that's where like horror came from. Like, the fear of the dark, what's in there. Like, imagine the first person to see a giant tarantula in the dark.
That would
Not
not
knowing
be
what
good.
the hell it was. Monster! Let's write it down. Tell stories about it.
Let's write it down and make everybody freak out about it who didn't know it existed. That would be funny.
Thousands and thousands of years later, here I am doing the same thing.
We need bees, says Andy. Yes, bees are super important, but so are things like ants and worms, even wasps and flies. If you take away flies from some places in the world, then the ground just gets overrun with poop because they eat the poop.
Yep.
We need them all. Keep bees and butterflies, get rid of the rest. Or maybe not a good idea, but they are cute. Tracy is here. Hello, Tracy. Don't worry, we haven't got anything done anyway. We're just having a chat.
Because I'm here.
No, we will. We'll be super productive in a little bit. Laura says, oh, well, I've been calling crane flies daddy long legs my whole life. Then it was, don't ask Emma. You should always ask me things. Even if I'm not right, the answer is usually amusing. I'm usually really badly wrong about stuff. It makes it entertaining. Right. I think we should probably get some work done. What do you reckon, RC?
What are you working on?
I am working on prepping for NaNoWriMo and getting as much of my story kind of planned out and ready as possible. What are you going to be working on?
I keep fixating over the story I thought of when I was on Mark Bernard's stream on Friday.
Ooh.
It was the Friday the 13th stream. And
Yeah.
we're bringing up like the history of it. And like it was like a story prompt. Yeah. And like during the 15-minute sprint, I didn't get any writing done, but I was able to think up a story with like 3 minutes left. And I definitely want to get it down. You want me to talk about it?
Well, I want you to write it down and then talk about it.
Fine. How long do you want to go for?
I want you to make good use of this 25 minutes, and then you can tell us about it.
How long? 20 minutes? All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, I am there ready.
Okay. Right. Okay, guys, let's be all productive and awesome in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Well, it appears we have lost Emma, and sprint's concluded. Oh, and her power went. That sucks. Well, I guess I can try to hold on for as long as I can. How did everybody do out there? I did fairly okay. I pretty much outlined the potential story I want to do one day. Um, it goes off of Friday the 13th folklore and the reasons behind the superstition. Oh, and also to inform y'all, Emma's trying to get her power back right now, and hopefully it'll be soon. So I'll try to talk as slow as possible in the meantime. And yes, Richard, I do have a onesie. But anywho, my story and the origins of my Friday the 13th goes back to Norse mythology and this party on Valhalla where Loki was the 13th guest that was uninvited. And he tricked the blind man into shooting the god Balder with was it a mistletoe tipped arrow, I believe, and killing him, which caused a bunch of death, destruction, and bad luck for the whole day. And that's where that myth came from. Now, my story is about a frat boy at a party on Friday the 13th at a dorm getting trashed off of homemade mead that they made themselves. Super duper strong, probably duct taped to a radiator somewhere. All his buddies get drunk and pass out off of like 5 or 6 of them. This man goes the whole way. He drinks 13 of them and he just passes out, gone, alcohol poisoning. Then he wakes up in Valhalla for this party and he gets to witness Loki pulling his Loki things, and it's done but death, destruction, cannibalism, and he wakes up still alive, not dead from alcohol poisoning, but with a snake coiled around him because the person's dorm had a pet snake and got out of his case and wrapped around him. But it's also Loki's animal. The end. One day I'll be writing that. Maybe, if I have no time. But, yeah, so far Emma has not gotten her power back on. I don't know what they're doing over there in England. I don't know how bad the wind is. But I guess I'll go through the chats in the meantime. If anyone wants to say what they did, if anyone got any awards done. But looking at the chats, I don't think anybody did any writing other than me and Rachel. Props, by the way, Rachel. But okay, let me go through this crap and see what I can do here. And Andy, no offense, but yeah, only you make you look bad. You're only competing with yourself. It was nothing personal, my friend. No one can make you look bad but you, because you're only competing with you, the person you were yesterday. And I see Sako Tumiya showed up. What up, my friend? I hope you had a good evening and the gig went well. And also, again, nice haircut. And let's see. The Disney Marvel Loki? No, the old school Loki. The one that likes to tie his genitals to a goat to make a giantess laugh at her wedding. The Elda Loki, if you know what I'm saying. But all right, here we go. Scroll. Man, y'all like to talk in here. A mental image. That is right. I'm a figment of your imagination, Richard. Something thought up by ChatGPT. You did some research, Andy. What did you do research for? Your novel? Is it the one about the unicorn killer that I told you to write? I'm telling you, man, I handed you a story that I'm never going to do. You might as well take it and go with it. It's partially ghostwritten, if you think about it. Wow, what a low blow, Richard. You're saying Emma's power is sheep powered. Funny. I would have thought it'd been windmills over there or something quaint. But what can you do? And you have a website, Richard? Drop a link if you have a wrench. Oh, and Rachel, congrats on the 652 words. That's 152 off my quota for my daily word count, which hasn't changed in the last 4 years I've been writing. And doesn't need to, as far as I'm concerned, because it's all about quality over quantity. Yes, you can go over there and barf a bunch of words in there, but how many are you going to keep? How many are you going to rearrange? At the same time, it's good to do that instead of me who just overthinks everything. That's why I write slow. See, Richard, autobiographical. I don't ever recall getting drunk and passing out and waking up a hollow. It could have happened. I could have forgotten about it. But I never woke up with a snake around me. No, I actually had to think about that for a second. Because a friend of mine did have like a bunch of snakes and spiders as one room, and I always refused to spend the night there. And Richard, just so you know, I'm going to tell Emma everything you're saying right now. In fact, I'm going to get it down for posterity. For what you said to our friend Andy, she should have forgone the sheep-powered treadmill and thrown them right into the boiler furnace. That is dark, Richard. Not bad. All the wool and mutton is full of energy. Mutton today, mutton tomorrow.
You're still here. You kept it going.
Ah! That was a lot of weight to hold.
That was amazing. You are fantastic. What did you do? What did you talk about?
It all came out of my ass and I forgot it as soon as I said it.
Am I going to be demonetized? Just tell me now.
I didn't say anything offensive that I don't think so, but Richard was talking some mad rubbish about you.
What? That doesn't seem like... No, it does seem
I know,
like
right?
emotional. That was really weird. The timer ended and my electricity just went... There we go.
Yeah,
everything.
Time's up.
Yeah, that's it. And I've been running around like crazy. That is amazing that you kept it going. There's a lot to go through in the chat. Was there anything important?
I don't know.
Are you traumatized?
I just went off of pure instinct for a few minutes.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Let me see what was going on. Oh yeah, you were kind of mean saying that I couldn't join your stream, which wasn't very kind. Okay. Didn't seem like you were kidding, but fine.
Well, it's okay. Well, Richard raised the bar and you forgot all about me and my little cheekiness.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Richard reckons he's so delightful. He's basically butterscotch pudding from Angel Delight. Kind of sickening.
I like butterscotch and I like pudding, but I never had them together.
I've had Angel Delight like strawberry when I was in brownies on camp, like Girl Guides.
Strawberry pudding?
Yeah, like Angel Delight. It's like, I don't even know what it is. It's like jelly, but with milk.
You know what we have in America? Chocolate and custard.
Yeah, that sounds better than this. It wasn't very good. It really, really wasn't very good. But it was kind of what was there for pudding. But Richard does reckon that the butterscotch one is good. I can't imagine it. It's just a load of chemicals, but maybe they're good chemicals.
Like everything we eat.
Fair enough. Rachel's here saying good morning. You were asking if you were the only one writing. I think you were. Oh, Richard was editing. Very cool, very cool. Rachel was joining you in being like productive and doing what we were supposed to be doing. I did do some stuff. I was kind of being more organizing than writing, but it wasn't completely useless. Only partly. I heated up my tea as well. It's probably cold again now.
I have tea too.
Yay! What kind of tea? Proper tea or like hippie tea?
Herbal tea, yeah.
Yeah. Keep your herbal tea.
Well, I was drinking coffee at 6 this morning. I had to stop at some point.
I'm kind of glad that you went back to the coffee, honestly. You seem like kind of coffee kind of guy. It seemed a shame if you didn't have coffee.
I guess.
You know, it's one of those things. It's not a bad vice to have, really.
Well, people find it hard to believe when I say I don't really drink. I guess I just seem like a booze hound raging psycho.
You do. You do. You seem like you would drink, definitely.
Once upon a time.
Back in your ill-spent youth. I loved this. Only you make you look bad, Andrew. That was awesome. I think T-shirts should be made with that. It is so motivating.
With his name on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't trying to like shame or lecture, but like I have to tell myself this. So it wasn't me trying to get all mean about it.
In fairness, sometimes I make Andy look bad. Like,
yeah, but you mean to.
Dolls of him and things. Yeah, I know.
It's deliberate.
That's true. Emma has decided to leave RC to host this on his onesie. Yeah, I knew he would do a good job. It's like the ultimate test of a co-host if they can just carry on with not even any controls to start a new sprint or anything. If you had control, it's not too bad.
It was like, you ever see the movie Wayne's World?
Yes.
Do you remember when like Wayne quit or got fired right there in the middle of the show and Garth got stuck in front of the camera? I'm having a good time. Not.
Oh.
That was me on the inside.
So sorry. I will attempt never to do that to you again.
No, it's okay. I manage.
Usual muggle words. Andy stole that from me. Andy doesn't even know Harry Potter. He just stole that from me.
That's how it happens. Steals.
Yeah. Oh, Saka's here.
Oh, you didn't hear my story prompt.
Oh, what was your story? Nobody minds hearing it again. It's fine.
All right, fine. Well, it's based around.
No.
What?
You got to tell us.
I know. I was going to, and you said no.
Oh, cool. Okay. No,
forget it. You already said no.
No, I said please. I'll leave you again.
It's about one of the superstition, like one of the origins behind Friday the 13th superstition. It's a Norse mythology. Loki crashed this party at Valhalla uninvited. He was the 13th guest, uninvited. He tricked the blind guy into shooting the god Balder in the eye, I believe, with a mistletoe-tipped arrow, killing him and causing bad luck, death, destruction, and horror in Valhalla, and I think the Midgard for the day. And that's where he got the name Friday the 13th. And my story is based around a frat boy at a college, and they made this homemade mead that was super duper strong. Everyone got drunk and passed out at like 6 or 7. He drank 13 of them, fell in a coma, alcohol poisoning, wakes up in Valhalla to see this whole event break down. And it's gore, horror, violence, and he wakes up with a snake wrapped around him that broke out of its case from a dorm room, which snake is Loki's animal. The end.
Yeah, it goes around the world or something, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's potential short story one day.
That's very cool. That is very, very cool. I love the Norse mythology. Have you read Neil Gaiman's retellings?
I can't. I think I bought it and it's buried somewhere in my giant mountain of books of unread, or I meant to and didn't do it, but I know of it. I have Elda. I have this one North Atlantic story. I can't remember the name of it. There's a huge collection. I have to look it up. But yeah, I've read a lot. Norse mythology is my jam.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Laura Gomez said I picked a Scottish surname for my character. Go me. Well done.
There you go.
My power is sheep powered, and Laura, the other Laura, went with Mackenzie. I can't remember this because my hero is Scottish. What did I go with? I can't even remember. Duncan. His surname is Duncan. I kind of prefer Mackenzie. Maybe I could just steal the other Laura's surname if it's better. I kind of got evidence that I've said I might do it now, though, haven't I? Shouldn't have said it live on the stream.
Nope.
No. Yeah, Andy is researching. Richard has a website. You need to get onto having a newsletter in that case. Then that's the next thing for you. My son hates unicorns. How can you hate unicorns?
Well, they don't like boys, so I guess feelings mutual. No,
Yeah.
but I was talking about Andy's Thriller because my last stream we were talking about how he should do something with a unicorn killer, and I just like pretty much handed him a story, and I'm like, dude, write it. There you go.
Yeah, there you go, done. But
You're welcome.
some people, you can give them as much help as possible, and they just don't take it. There's nothing you can do. It's not your fault. You gave them a fantastic story. What can you do? Just can't help some people. Andy says, I would have bailed out the minute claimed my power went out. Yeah, you probably would have. No, you wouldn't. You would have stuck on here, and you would have been saying graphics and everything and keeping everybody entertained. It would have been fine. Rachel says, prank of the week, go to a place that still has one of those old jukeboxes and order What's New Pussycat by Tom Jones over and over again. Watch people cringe.
No, what you do is you walk into like a place, whether it be like a yuppie place, country place, hip hop place, throw about $20 in there and just throw a Slayer on. Just all tracks and just walk out of there.
Just walk out.
I've done it.
Panda's off. Andy is streaming later. I don't know whether he's left a link. If you're still hanging around, then pop a link in the chat, or I will attempt to during the next sprint, but I'm not very good at doing things while I'm doing the live. It will go
I'll join if you join.
I don't know. I might come and do a little bit. I don't know if I want to work later.
Well, let me know. I'll go.
Okay. And Laura's saying bye. Andy says, hope to see some of you guys later. I was not lies, filth, slander, says Richard. I don't know what people were accusing of. Richard says, who flipped them a switch? That's a good one. Nice one. I appreciate that one, actually. That one gets read out. Angel's Light is like a powder you add to milk, so it sets to a flavorful pudding. I like the flavorful bit of that. You can buy it like ready-made as well. That story actually features in my Viking series. Oh, cool. Did I know that you had a Viking series, Tracy? I'm not sure that I did know that. Or did I don't know. Oh, book recommendation. We love book recommendations. What was rude, other Laura? Rachel's wondering which Slayer song. One in particular?
Well, normally I would do the entire Rain and Blood album because it's really short. It's only like 8 tracks. But yeah, anything from their first album to probably Seasons in the Abyss, which was 1990. Anything after that kind of sucks. I mean, Divine Intervention is okay, but that's a whole other discussion. But yeah, any of the old, evil, thrashier stuff, anything that's just going to have those people running out of there into a damn church.
Poor country fans. Eloise is here, saw you alive, so stopping by to say hello. Sounds like you're hopping off soon. No, Panda was just leaving. Eloise is hopefully going to be live with me on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Bennett time, which is, let me get this right, 3 p.m. Eastern time, 2 p.m. Central. And we'll be doing a 2-hour stream leading on to Andy's 1-hour productivity thing. It's going to be really, really good. But no, we're not heading off. We were just saying bye. And Esther is here. Hi.
Hi.
Duncan the Hunkin.
I like Duncan. I always liked that word. I don't know if they always associated with food, but also like Duncan from He-Man. Man of Arms. Come on. I don't know what the word
was Duncan. He Duncan? He was.
This not Connor McLeod from the Highlander movies, but the series Duncan McLeod from the Glenn McLeod.
Yeah,
good Duncan.
Hello, Duncan. Me stealing Mackenzie was rude. I'll get over it. Mackenzie is free though. Fair enough. Bethany is here. Congratulations again. It is lovely of you to pop in. I finished your book tracker last night. I really liked it, but did you really have to kill off a certain person? I don't want to spoil it for people, but really, that was kind of harsh. I was not impressed. And people were saying hi. Okay. Do you think we should do another sprint, RC?
It's up to you, Emma. Your show. I keep thinking like, I don't know how to react if people are going up to me like complaining that I killed a character. I'm
only joking. She can do whatever she likes. It was just a bit like,
I'm thinking
no!
how I would personally react. I'd probably like, all right, well, the next book, I make sure to find who your favorite character is. Nah, but like, sorry, they had to die. Don't know what to tell you. Dumbledore had to go.
No, Dumbledore was like, okay, whatever. It was Dobby. And whichever one of the twins it was.
Not to mention, I don't think you'd ever see me write anything like Harry Potter to begin with. But God, can you imagine? You killed Dobby. Yes, I did. And there's another book coming out too.
Yes, I
That's what I was
coming.
I would get a book series going and start like polling who their favorite characters are and just kill them all in the last book.
Yeah, you'd be like, "Oh, are you upset? Who are your other favorite characters?"
Wow. Love you.
Yeah, Bethany says, "Oh, no offense taken." Good. I didn't think that you would take offense, otherwise I wouldn't have said it. But I did really enjoy it. It was cool. And Bethany says, I know I rewrote it so the character lived, but it just didn't work. Oh.
Sometimes that's
what
better.
What can you do? I've never killed off a character.
Really? It's fun.
Them. Yeah.
I like killing characters.
Eloise says, if someone complains to me about killing a character, I take it as a compliment that I was doing something right. Cool.
I killed a person in the first chapter I ever wrote. Whatever that says about me.
That's so typical of you. It says a lot.
Yes.
Sirius was the saddest. Sirius was pretty sad, actually. I don't like this discussion. I don't like to.
Honestly, Remus had me the saddest because I have a soft spot for werewolves. And I like that character.
Oh, of course. Tonks and Remus just at the end.
Yep. Oh, right after they had a kid, too.
Oh, yeah, that was dreadful. Oh, man.
Sirius is sad, too. I was messed up about that.
And Hedwig.
Oh, God. Well. I forgot. I actually buried that part in my mind. Thank you.
Yeah,
first chapter of the book. Fucking kills me. Like, oh.
Come on. Seriously? Tracy says, I don't mind killing characters.
Yeah.
Oh, poor characters. And Snape was the worst for me. I don't know. Snape, I was like, yeah, it's a little bit sad, but he was kind of mean a lot of the time anyway. So
that was a creepy way. Let me look in your eyes, Harry.
Yeah, that was pretty like, dude.
I'd be like, okay, I'm still trying to run for my life and fight here. I'm all right, Harry's dead. Push him off.
Okay. Yeah, Tonks and Remus. Lois says, is there anyone who didn't die? Yeah, Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, at least they didn't kill off like Hermione. Oh yeah, he did, didn't he? I never really got that, like that whole thing. That kind of didn't really work for me. It felt a little lazy.
You know,
like she kind of written herself into a corner. Who?
Draco Malfoy, Ron Weasley.
He should have died.
First book.
Yeah, one needed to leave, but Draco could have died. Honestly, that would have been fine.
I don't remember if it was Fred or George. One of the twins died. You just know later on the family was like, should have been you, Ron.
Yeah.
You were the weak one. Stupid one.
He was the weak one. Why did you have to be the one to live? Eloise says Harry dying because of how upset Hagrid was really upset me.
Oh yeah, when he was carrying his body,
Yeah.
like the way he carried him as a baby.
Oh God! Stop it. But our youngest, he listened to like all of the audiobooks and completely loved them, to the extent that he has a different accent to the rest of us. His accent is more kind of Stephen Fry, because he just spent so much time listening to the Harry Potter CDs, and he used to listen to them before going to bed. And I hadn't realized how far he got through them because of knowing that people die like later on. I'm sure I'd said to him, like, don't go beyond this bit without me, and I'll like listen to them with you or whatever. But he obviously didn't listen. And he just came down one night. I was like watching TV or something, and he came downstairs looking really upset. And I was like, Henry, what's the matter? And he just looked at me and went, Dobby died. Burst into tears. I felt terrible.
Harry Potter.
I'm so sorry. You shouldn't have had to go through that by yourself.
When book 7 came out, my girlfriend at the time was a reader, and she had all the books, and I had read them before. She got that one, and I'm like, all right, give me all 6. And I burned through them in all 7. Yeah, it was 6 books. Burned through them in 7 weeks, and yeah, I grabbed that one right away, just fresh off of all the last books, and yeah, that was the way to do it.
Yeah, it's good to properly like get into it. I still remember going out at midnight to go and get the copies when they first came out. It was awesome.
Nerd.
Anita says, I still don't know what to think of Snape. He still did such horrible things to Harry. It was Fred who died. Thank you, Anita.
Not nearly as bad as Umbridge.
Oh, Umbridge. Oh, she was the worst. Hated Umbridge. And I loved it when Molly got what's-her-face, Bellatrix. That was so good. As long as Hermione's cat made it. Crookshanks. Yeah. I loved Crookshanks. Oh, poor Henry, says Laura. Yeah. Traumatized, poor kid. And Louise says, not Ron, it should have been Percy. Oh, yeah, Percy.
Percy the prefect.
Was properly.
Well,
he was absolutely good.
Unfortunately, we can't kill her characters. We can only kill ours. George R.R. Martin shows us that, if anybody does. So we want to cry about, Dumbledore, Snape, Sirius Black. He's just like, hold my whiskey.
I got a whole wedding for you people to read. It's not pretty. Juanita says, true, Umbridge was worse. I can't listen to that audiobook while I'm working. It makes me way too angry. Yeah.
Try having a first grade teacher look just like her.
Oh, really? First grade? Yep. You were first tiny. Grade. You can't be mean to tiny kids.
And she was. Oh, one of those just old, bitter Chicago teachers that's just seen it all and just didn't handle it too well. But when I read that book, I was like, holy crap. Miss Lovesay. It's her. She's back.
She's back. But you were like 6 or something.
And I still remember her.
I don't know.
That horrible one.
You're that traumatized. Oh dear. Okay, let's do a second sprint.
Yes.
And then have we got a treat for everybody after that?
Sure.
Yeah, we have a treat. I need to sort out the treat actually. Yeah, guys, this is going to be really, really fun after this sprint. So get some work done, and then we got something really good. Okay, so let's be all productive and awesome. If I can start the timer, maybe I can't. Maybe we'll just have to sit here. No, there we go. Oh, look, we've knocked off a few seconds. Fantastic. See you in a bit. back. I'm back. I didn't leave you again. I'm
I was
here.
waiting for it too.
Don't panic. I went to heat up my tea, but I left it too late, and then I could hear like the music coming on. I was like, no, run back.
That's so funny. I was filling up my water, and I sat down with like 5 seconds left, hoping I'd have enough time. Like, oh, she start yet? Hope she ain't talking to nobody.
Quick. I ain't talking to no one because I was racing back. It's going quick. It's not quite hot enough now either. It needed like another 15 seconds.
I'm just now noticing your mug.
Back to the Future.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
One of the greatest
I
trilogies
think
of
I've
all
had
time.
it. Oh yeah, I think I've had it for like 16 or 17 years, and I'm a breaker, so that's impressive for me. To actually keep hold of something for that long.
Can't break time.
Indeed.
I was just right.
So how did that go for you? What did you do?
Hang on a sec.
Okay.
Choking on water.
Oh, don't die. That would be terrible.
Oh, this is heavy. It went not bad. I got some stuff done while multitasking. I was talking to somebody else, and this artist hit me up from the Reedsy Discord server. He was like, "Hey, I heard you write horror stuff, and you're trying to do comic books. I do art. Here's some sequential portfolios." And I'm like, I'm used to getting this sometimes from people on Twitter. It's like, they're looking for commissions. Like, all right, man, I'm not looking for anything right now. Maybe later on down the line to see what they can do. If in case I want to work with them, show them a script. All right, show me, kid, what you got. Whatever. He just drops like a whole ton of stuff in the DM, and like I'm ignoring it for about 10 minutes. And I go back and look, and it's like, holy God, this guy's really good. All right, well, I'm kind of busy right now. I'm like doing like 3 things at once. Hit me up later, but I definitely want to talk to you. Very
cool.
How'd you do?
Could be a good connection. My tea that's not quite hot enough. What was that? I don't know. I don't know where that sprint went, honestly. Yeah. I think I kind of wasted time.
I mean, you're still here.
I am still here. So technically I'm doing that. But I've been rereading this book on story beats for romance novels. So I did do a few minutes of that, and yeah, I don't really know where the time went. I was in the chat a little bit. I need to get better for NaNoWriMo because I can't be messing around like this during NaNoWriMo, honestly.
You got to get back in time.
I need to focus is what I need to do.
Next month, I watch Trilogy every year. Whether it be like Indiana Jones, Dark Knight, or whatever. I want to watch Back to the Future, but I did that last year. It's like, I got to find another one, but I'll watch 2, okay? I'll watch Back to the Future, then I'll watch another trilogy.
Yeah.
Do you want to watch Trilogy with me?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of doing Sergio Leone's Dollars Trilogy. Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. 3 great films.
I don't want to watch that. I want to watch Back to the Future.
Yeah, all right, fine. I'll find someone else to watch the shoot 'em up Clint Eastwood westerns with me.
Yeah, you do that. Everybody here is fed up of Back to the Future. They're like, again, and I'm like, yes, again.
How? How do you get fed up with that?
I don't know. I don't understand it.
Maybe if you like watch one of those channels that shows it like every month, maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of like how TNT used to show Lord of the Rings like every month.
That would get a little much.
Digressions aside.
What's everybody else been up to? What were you doing? Eloise popped off to run some errands, wishing everybody a good day. And Rachel hopped off as well to give her eye a break. Seems like a sensible idea. But she finished with her document and sent it off, so that's all good.
Did the thing.
Devin, did the thing. I feel like I haven't really done any of the things today, but that's fine.
Yes,
Devin is here. Did I?
You're here.
Yeah, I'm here. And Margaret is here.
Looking what's going on.
And you were asking if anybody's watching any horror movies.
Yes, it is the month for doing that, even if you're not a fan.
You should
Getting a little
watch
dark
at
out.
least some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you?
Do you know Kat from Kat's Novel Adventures?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very into her horror movies and her horror books and things.
Those are my kind of people.
She's very cool. She's awesome. She was for Friday the 13th. She was watching Friday the 13th, and she was going to make a special cocktail, I think, which sounded really, really fun.
That's cool. I actually
like
watched I did the same thing whenever it was a Friday the 13th, and I watched part 2 this year.
Ooh, controversial.
Yeah. Yes, it's overlooked.
Okay. But you reckon it's still worth watching?
Yeah, I mean, if you're just looking for a slasher, if you're looking for some epic piece of art, then I wouldn't watch any of those movies. If you're looking for intelligent horror, I'd go with The Exorcist or Alien or The Omen. That's just a fun little slicey dicey.
Okay.
Yes.
Slicey dicey, I like that. A fun little slicey dicey.
Just a little nip.
Margaret, Daisy, finished a paranormal series this morning. Up to book 5. And you were recommending Clive Barker's Books of Blood.
Yes, I was. One of the greatest short story collections ever written.
But isn't Clive just a terrible name? Like, it's so bad. Like, it just is like, who looks at a baby and goes, Clive? That's going to be a Clive.
What about Bartholomew? No offense to any Bartholomews out there.
Fabulous name. I love that name. That's an amazing name.
It's too long.
That's a winner's name. Bartholomew. I mean, just if they can spell their own name, they're a winner, frankly, there. It's wonderful. I love it. Any name like that. Definitely fantastic. Margaret has got a book to read and review. And her pre-orders are going to be up soon. I still haven't seen the cover, Margaret. You said you were going to send me the cover image to look at, and then you never did. And she's going to watch some kittens. Richard did a workout on his bike, and he's got a cold as well. That's rubbish for you. And put chicken in the oven. Well, maybe
it's
the
also
chicken
season
will
for
help.
that.
I know, so disgusting. You're not still sick, are you?
There's always something wrong with me.
Oh, don't say that. That's too sad. Juanita says, heading out, going to have lunch with my family. Have a great day. Stroke and night, everyone. Bye, Juanita. Thanks for being here. Richard is subbing to everyone, which is lovely. We like that. Margaret says, I had a thought falling asleep last night that I hadn't backed up the old computer with Scrivener on it for months, and it might be a good time to do so. Waiting for that to complete before continuing. That does seem like a very kind of Sunday thing to do, like backing up things. Something about Sundays that encourage that kind of thing. And Juanita says she's going to have a video out again soon. That will be nice. I have missed your videos. Haven't seen one for quite a while. When are you going to do a video, RC?
What do you want me to do a video of?
I don't know. I'll have a think. I'll decide.
I thought, and I decided nothing, so I didn't do one.
Okay. You could do like a book trailer for The Cyst.
I would have to.
I love that. Like, it's not going to happen. Devon was picking up the kitchen. You must be really strong. That's impressive.
Wow.
Thank you.
Hey, Felicia.
Hi, Felicia. How are you? Esther is just editing a video. Oh, another vlog. Margaret's asking if Esther rested fully. Her back is better. My neck and shoulder still hurts like hell, just a little less, less painful. How? Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Somebody who's worked labor-intensive jobs his entire adult life, I get it. Oh, I get it.
No. That's not good. Margaret says, given how twitchy and tense I was while watching The Flow, a Norwegian movie about a natural disaster, I'm not a candidate for horror movies.
Since you're already in Norway, I would suggest one called Let the Right One In. I'd say it's probably one of the greatest modern vampire tales I've seen in cinema in a long time.
Okay, you like vampires.
Some.
Crystal says, I've just found you by accident. How cool. I'm at home writing an article with hopes of submitting it today. Oh, cool. Good luck.
Oh, good luck. Article of what?
Yeah, good point. Article about what? Give us more information, please. Thank you.
What's your biz?
Yeah. Laura says, I was casting my Scottish character. I need a visual to imagine in my head. I decided he was basically a scruffy lumberjack version of Jason Momoa. I should be writing this stuff down. This is handy stuff for my Scottish hero.
Jason Momoa. Go with Henry Cavill over Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
especially
good point.
For Scottish.
Good. He makes a good point.
Or me.
You don't look Scottish enough. You wouldn't work as a Scottish hero.
Says who?
Margaret. Says me.
Says you, girl.
And I'm writing the book about Scotland. Margaret says, sounds like it's Deirdre's Highway to Hell. I hear you on neck pain, the trickiest. That's not nice. Cocktail and Scary Movie sounds great, says Devon. Maybe we can binge the Predator movies tonight, the 80s ones.
Ooh. I'm doing vampires tonight, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Esther says, I've watched spooky movies and watching an episode here and there of AHS Coven season for inspo. Ooh.
Yeah, best season, my opinion.
Richard says, imagine getting into bed with a Clive. I think I'm going to just move on.
Draw the shades, Clive.
Yes. Yeah. Devon said, I posted my first video yesterday. Yes, I noticed. I have it on my watch later. I was very excited. I was like, Devon doesn't usually do videos, does she? Amazing. I'm looking forward to it.
Well done.
Richard is being silly. Esther is agreeing with you. Oh, Crystal is writing a play review.
Ooh.
Very cool.
What's the play about?
Yeah, we want all the information. This isn't good enough.
We're writers. We're curious minds. New people.
Yeah,
new
we're curious
people
about everything. They do.
Give us your life.
Think that you get away with having a snack here. We need to know everything.
It's your first time at Fight Club. You got to fight. Tell us everything.
Yeah. We need to know if you're worthy. No, you're worthy. Henry Cavill is also very young. He is. And his dog is gorgeous. Laura Gomez says, I saw The Lost Boys for the first time in years recently. So good. And apparently I was being rude. Oh, well, never mind. I'll get over it. Okay. Right, we have a treat for you guys.
Bed, Clive. There you go. There's your Clive thing.
Thanks. Marcy, do you want to explain what the treat is? And do you want to go first?
I forgot all about that, actually. But I still have...
It was your idea.
I know. Or I got caught up in the chat, in writing, and comic book artists, and Richard, and Clives. Oh, my. So I'm going to recite a short poem because I'm kind of warming up to it. Yeah, nice try, Richard. Ain't going to happen. You got to subscribe to my OnlyFace.
I've been kind of doing the whole narrating thing, getting over my whole tripping over the words thing. And by Halloween, or at least by my store release, I'm going to recite a poem, a longer one. Some start with short ones to get the practice on.
Mhm.
What I'm going to do now is
The poem Alone by Edgar Allan Poe.
and yeah, here we go. I'll try not to go too fast or stutter too much. From childhood's hour, I have not been. As others were, I have not seen. As others saw, I could not bring. My passions from a common spring. From the same source I have not taken. My sorrow I could not awaken. My heart to joy at the same tone. And all I've loved, I loved alone. Then in my childhood in the dawn of a most stormy life was drawn. From every depth of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still. From the torrent or the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me enrolled in its autumn tints of gold, from the lightning in the sky, and as it passed me flying by, from the thunder and the storm, and the cloud that took the form, when the rest of heaven said in blue, of a demon in my view. Thank you very much.
Aw, thank you. I hadn't heard that one before, actually. I don't know how.
It's a
'cause I
shorty.
have read quite a lot of poets. A shorty but a goodie. Richard says, Emma said it was a treat and we're getting poetry. I think the rest of us thought it was a treat, actually. And then you get one from me as well, because that was the deal. It's tit for tat here. So I found a new poet that I hadn't read before. Oh, hi Nia. And her name is Alice Oswald, and it's the book of poetry is called Nobody. And it appealed to me because it's a book length poem, which I really, really like. And all the parts of it are about water, and there's various water stories which are kind of joined together, and they're taken from the Odyssey. And I'm all about the Greek mythology, so I thought that was quite cool. And it's focusing on a minor character who was a poet who was abandoned on a stony island. So what happened was that when Agamemnon left to go and fight in the Trojan Wars, he left this poet as a spy to watch over his wife Clytemnestra. But Clytemnestra's lover went and basically picked up the poet and dumped him in the middle of the ocean on this rocky outcrop. And this is the beginning of it, which I really, really liked. It's a bit longer than yours, I think, but it's not too long.
Bring it, Emma.
Okay, right. As the mind flutters in a man who has travelled widely, and his quick-winged eyes land everywhere, I wish I was there or there, he thinks. And his mind immediately, as if passing its beam through cables, flashes through all that water and lands less than a second later on the horizon. And someone with a telescope can see his tiny thought form floating on the sea surface, wondering what next. These stories flutter about as fast as torchlight. Even out here where the water is painfully clear, and to drown in it is to sense the movement of its colour as a cold mathematical power. Have you not heard even out here these stories? How in her house of silverware and deep baths, a woman began to dream. She began to wake, and the heart stirring inside her clothes felt bruised as if a hand were squeezing it. She said, "My friend, someone is watching us. You will not win over. You will not walk over me easily as over the shallows of a river." But fate, that great failure of the will, that great goddess putting on a tremulous voice and smiling and dressed in the white bathrobe of her lover, said, "Dearest, I have already doomed that watcher. I took him to an island, the merest upthrust of a stony shoulder sticking from the sea, and he paces there as dry as an ashtray, making up poems about us, patchwork unfinished, while the sea crows traipse to and fro regarding him sideways. What does it matter what he sings? There is all this water between us, and it is blind, a kind of blind blue eye. It is alive, it is dead. It more or less ignores us. Look at all these ripples everywhere, complete with their shadows. I do not think a human, for example, drowning in this measureless mosaic or floating up again, I do not think he will hear us. There you go.
Nice.
Thank you.
You have better rhythm than I do. I mean, I was trying to go slow with mine because of how the tone of the poem, but at the same time, yeah, I just kept like, bleh. You're more practiced at it.
Oh, thank you. I won a poetry contest, says Richard. Yes, you did. You did.
Congratulations,
You've got a better
Richard.
voice than I do, though. I'll see. Nobody's ever told you that they can't stand your voice for longer than a certain amount of time.
Well, I don't hear what y'all hear, so I just keep talking.
Crystal says, love the poem. Cool. I love anything Greek mythology and anything to do with the ocean as well. So it was quite cool. Diva Fever. Hey, hey. Cavill has wee little hands. Really? Really, though? Oh, I don't like that. Oh, you know what they say about big hands?
They wear big gloves.
Exactly. The other Laura says, love that, Emma, and is deeply concerned about Henry Cavill's little hands. I'm going to have to Google
a flaw. What are you going to do? Is the image shattered, ladies?
We don't need any of that negativity here. Thank you. I'll see.
Let it be a lesson in reality. The subjectivity.
I don't want reality. That's boring. Why do you think we write fiction?
I think the answer applies differently for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, oh, got Post-its stuck to me. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope that you found it useful and that you got a little bit more done than I did and that you are enjoying your Sunday. RC, would you like to do your outro?
Yo, it's RC. I write horror. I have a story coming out October 31st. Assist body horror novella, if that's your thing. You'll find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, not TikTok. You'll see me hijacking other people's live streams on YouTube, but I hardly do my own things. You are free to subscribe to that if you want to, but no guarantees here. Maybe sometime later on down the future. I have a Substack that I occasionally post stuff on. I will get to that at some point in my life. Otherwise, there you go. Thanks for having me, Emma. And you did good today.
Thank you. Even if I did abandon you halfway through.
Well, you didn't abandon me. I just took the wheel for a couple of minutes. It happens, whether, somebody's getting sleepy, they had a few too many drinks, and you got to keep going. And I kept the car straight.
I really appreciate it. Laura is Googling Henry's hands. Love it. The Cyst, RC's latest novella, is available to pre-order on Amazon now, and all of his other books are also available as ebook over there and are highly recommended. I will be back for my next live stream, I think on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Bennet time, and that will be with the lovely Eloise. I'm really looking forward to getting to know her more, so that should be really, really good fun. And I'll see if I kindly just drop the link to pre-order again. So make sure that you do that so that on Halloween, you've definitely got something super weird and creepy to read.
Give me your money and I'll give you a complex.
Exactly. That's the great thing about RC. Diva Fever says, take note, gents, fail in a single point and you become undesirable. What can we say?
We know.
Okay, guys.
Trust me, we know.
Oh, and on that note, enjoy the rest of your Sunday and we will see you very soon. Bye for now.
Stay